of the Democratic Republic of
de la
Congo,
République démocratique du Congo,
so the entire DRC delegation
ainsi que toute la délégation de la RDC,
and the South African delegation present today.
ainsi que celle de la République d'Afrique du Sud présente aujourd'hui.
You are all very welcome
Vous êtes tous les bienvenus
to the Prasa Gibela Rail Manufacturing
à
Facility.
Prasa Libela, là où nous fabriquons les locomotives.
Distinguished guests, I understand that we have not had lunch as yet, so I will,
Vous pouvez comprendre que vous n'avez pas encore pris à manger,
if you allow me a few minutes just to explain the program
Si vous me permettez, pour quelques minutes après que je puisse expliquer le programme
and how we will run the program going forward.
et comment nous allons continuer avec le programme.
We will have the official welcome
Nous aurons l'accueil officiel
by the chairperson of the Gibela Consortium,
qui sera fait par le directeur de Kibela Consortium,
responsible for this manufacturing
qui
facility.
est responsable de cette usine.
We will then have a formal safety briefing,
Et nous aurons quand même à faire l'explication côté sécurité ou des sécurités, comment aller à l'usine.
We will then, with your permission, honorable ladies and gentlemen, have a working lunch going forward.
Donc, avec votre permission, nous aurons à prendre un petit repas et au même moment nous travaillons.
So we will dish up the lunch, and then once that is done, we will start with the formal presentations as well.
Donc, nous allons vous permettre de prendre quelque chose à manger dès que ça a commencé et au même moment vous serez.
Welcome, DG.
Soyez le bienvenu, monsieur le directeur.
You're more than welcome to take up your role if you so wish.
Tu peux venir continuer, ça c'est ton travail.
As I've said, we'll then open that session. We'll have again the chairperson of Gibela.
Comme je vous dis, nous allons ouvrir cette session avec notre chef.
We will then move to a strategic overview provided by the PRASA chair.
Nous allons maintenant expliquer l'aperçu général stratégique qui est prévu par notre directeur.
I then will provide a contextual framework for the PRASA rail manufacturing project.
Et je vais maintenant vous montrer d'entrer dans le contexte de la fabrication des rails par place, je le ferai moi-même.
We will then allow the Honourable Minister to give his remarks in terms of the presentations. And then we will have the session, the address by the Minister, which will be provided by the Consulate General in her absence.
Et nous aurons une session qui sera donnée au ministre de la place, mais qui sera dite par le consul général comme elle n'est pas présente.
Once we have done that, we will then take the delegation on a guided tour through the facility.
Après avoir conclu ça, nous allons prendre la délégation pour le tour de notre facilité.
And then we will end off with the vote of thanks.
Maintenant, nous allons terminer avec quelques mots de remerciement.
And now I will end off by what I should have started with, which is my name. My name is Hisham Imran, and I'm the PRASA Group CEO.
Hisham Imran, je suis le directeur de PRASA.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I will now call on the Gibela Chair, Ms. Irene Chonley, to do the official welcome.
Merci beaucoup. Je vais appeler Madame pour nous donner l'ouverture officielle.
Bonjour à tous. Right? DG, you were supposed to be here. Good afternoon. So, a warm South African welcome to the DRG delegation. In absentia, I welcome our Honourable Minister of Transport, Minister Chikunga. I welcome the South African Consulate General to the DRC, Honourable Mbele. Welcome to the DRC Minister of Transport, Honourable Lilombo. Lilombo?
Mike.
Eh? Mark?
Ekila di Congo.
Or Congo. Okay. Okay, Likombo. Right? I must say it right. Likombo.
Yes.
Yeah. Likombo. Honorable Likombo. And then the governor of the DRC, His Excellency Katwe.
Jacques Kaboura.
Yeah.
Jacques Kaboura.
Jacques, voila. Okay. So, and then all the delegations, we welcome also the Director General of the Department of Transport, and the whole delegation that came with from the DRC. The delegation of PRASA under the leadership of the chairman of Ms. Nosizwe Makamo. Nosizwe Makamo. Yes. And then the Gibela senior manager and the board. Okay, thank you. So today I do take pride to welcome all of you to this facility, which is the only facility you will find in Africa and the Middle East. This is a manufacturing plant of 52,000 square meters of factory.
Ici, c'est une usine de fabrication qui a 52 000 mètres carrés.
Bernard?
De l'usine.
Yeah? He's also French. He's checking what you are saying. This factory is the most successful public-private partnership on the African continent.
Cette usine ici, c'est un succès de triple. Donc, public-private partnership. Partout ici en Afrique.
Yes. Public, public, because it is the government of South Africa. The government of South Africa issued a tender on behalf of PRASA, which is state-owned by the government. It is the private sector who won the tender, and the private sector was Alstom from France to bring their technology, and then local partners, which is our local Black Economic Empowerment Group, local shareholders, who formed the partnership, and they built this factory for over $100 million US. So this 53,000 square meter of factory that you will see today manufacture passenger train, not locomotive, passenger trains.
C'est l'usine qui fabrique les locomotives de passagers. Très passagers.
Yes. We are using the latest technology here,
Nous utilisons la toute dernière technologie,
including robots.
Le système robotique.
You will find technology that are being used in the factory here that you don't find even in Europe.
Utilisé dans cette usine, vous ne trouverez ça jamais, même en Europe.
This factory employs 1,160 workers, all South African workers.
Nous avons engagé 1160 personnes, tous sont les 1600, tous sont les Sud-Africains.
Of them, 460 are women, black young women, engineers.
Il y a 400 qui sont femmes, noirs, ingénieurs.
This was a requirement by our government and by PRASA.
Ça, c'était par la demande du gouvernement et PRASA.
That as part of the tender that they've given to the Gibela,
Donc ça, c'était parmi les points d'appel d'offres qu'on avait donné à Gibela.
Local engineers must be developed in rail technology and manufacturing.
Les exposer aussi à la nouvelle technologie et à la fabrication.
And today, when you go to the factory, you will see the person who will take you around are South African.
Et puis aujourd'hui, quand nous allons faire notre visite, vous verrez que les gens qui vont nous coordonner, ce sont des Sud-Africains.
And these are the skills that were developed by Alstom. Come here and they transfer the skills to local people.
Ça, c'est l'expertise développée par Alstom et on les a amenés ici pour qu'ils puissent aussi transmettre ça au travers locaux.
This is the pride of South Africa.
C'est ça la fierté de l'Afrique du Sud.
This is our pride. We have our own manufacturing
Ça, c'est
plant.
notre fierté. Nous avons notre propre usine de fabrication.
The partnership by government,
Le partenariat du gouvernement,
partnership by government-owned company, PRASA,
participation, le partenariat avec l'entité du gouvernement,
and private business, which is Gibela, consisting of Alstom and Umbumbano.
Omumbalo et Alstom, ce sont les deux partenaires privés.
So we welcome you. Enjoy when you see this.
Nous vous accueillons ici, soyez joyeux.
We are hoping, Honorable Minister,
Nous souhaitons, Excellence Monsieur le Ministre,
that when you leave here,
quand vous sortez ici,
you are going to sign to say, I want this factory, I want you to manufacture
cette usine
for us in Katanga.
à Lubumbashi.
We are ready to manufacture for you here. So welcome to our facility. Thank you.
I'm back. The next item on the agenda, we've got a safety briefing by Tirwani Matibe.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As it has been mentioned, my name is Tirwani Matibe. I'm the head of Environment, Health and Safety at Gibela. My task is a very brief one, which is basically to give a safety brief to ensure that everyone is informed about the hazards and risks related to our activities, and also the safety precautions that you need to adhere to during the course of your visit. This is to ensure that everyone is safe for the duration of the plant tour. We have 4 major hazards and risks on site. First one being moving vehicles, including forklifts and rail vehicles. There is obviously a risk of being run over by these vehicles. To protect yourself, please make sure that you maintain a safe distance. Secondly, we have moving and rotating machinery, which is primarily in our CBS workshop, MO2. To protect yourself, please do not tamper with these machines. Only trained personnel are actually allowed to operate the machinery. There's a lot of crane activities that we do on site, so you may be exposed to suspended loads. To ensure your safety, please make sure that you maintain a safe distance of 2 meters at least. And any areas that are barricaded, please make sure that you do not encroach into those zones. Lastly, we also have high voltage electricity, particularly in the testing and commissioning workshop. We request that you don't touch any electrical equipment or components on site to avoid the risk of being electrocuted. In terms of general rules, littering is not allowed on site. Any waste items that you may have, please use the provided waste bins. We need to make sure that we keep our environment clean. This is an alcohol and drug-free site. Our policy is zero tolerance. Because all of you are standing here or sitting here, I want to presume that you've all passed the alcohol screening at the gate. Those that smoke,
Pour ceux-là qui fument,
we do have designated smoking areas on
nous avons un
site.
endroit précis pour eux.
The one closest to us here is at the main gate.
Juste à côté de nous, vous pouvez aller là-bas, c'est un endroit aussi qui est plus proche de là où nous sommes.
I would like to request that during your walkabout,
Je voudrais aussi demander, quand nous faisons notre visite,
please do keep to designated walkways.
il faut toujours passer dans les endroits déjà marqués.
Also make sure that you always remain in the company of your Gibela host.
Sois sûr que vous soyez toujours dans la compagnie du troupe.
We don't have any mock drill planned for today.
Nous n'avons pas d'autres plans de drilling aujourd'hui.
Should the emergency alarm be activated, it will most likely be a real
S'il
emergency.
y a l'activation d'alarme, on va nous signaler par les.
This will mean that we need to stop all activities
Donc là, cela signifiera qu'on va stopper toutes les activités
and make our way to the nearest assembly point.
et nous devons tous nous diriger vers un endroit d'assemblage où nous serons tous protégés.
Everyone needs to ensure that they are accounted for.
Et pour que nous puissions être sûrs que tout le monde qui est venu, nous avons compté le nombre.
And we'll then take further instructions from our emergency response team.
Des instructions suivantes pour bien se débarrasser.
We will only resume activities
Nous allons recommencer les activités
if the site has been declared safe by
si on
the
déclare
emergency response team.
que la scène est sécurisée.
Should you be involved in an incident or observe unsafe condition on
Si
site,
par malheur vous êtes touché ou bien vous avez un incident,
please make sure that you notify any of the Gibela reps,
sois sûr que nous allons notifier quelques représentants
and we'll make sure that the incident is attended to.
et nous serons sûrs que non, il y a quelqu'un qui a atteint à ça.
Anyone that may have a medical emergency,
S'il y a quelqu'un qui a besoin de services médicaux,
we do have a clinic on site.
nous avons notre clinique ici à côté.
Please inform us so that we can
Et
refer
nous
you to the
informer
clinic.
pour qu'on puisse prendre des mesures.
In terms of required PPE for you to enter workshops,
En termes d'outils de protection que nous allons, qui vous permettront d'entrer dans leur usine,
the following PPE is required as a minimum.
les différents matériaux sont prévus.
Reflective vest,
Il y a des jaquettes de réflexion, là,
safety glasses,
il y aura aussi des gloves, des gants.
earplugs which are only required for this building, the
Nous allons
MO2 building.
aussi utiliser les trucs de bouche. Voilà.
Safety boots are not required because you're just doing a plant tour.
On n'aura pas besoin des bottes puisque on n'aura pas marché dans d'autres endroits qui sont plus dangereux.
You're not going to be performing any physical work on site. And that's basically it with regards to the safety brief.
C'est un peu ça que je voulais vous donner comme briefing en termes de sécurité.
And with this note, I'd like to say that please be safe
Avec ça, je veux vous souhaiter que vous soyez tous sécurisés
and do enjoy your visit.
et soyez heureux de votre visite.
Thank you.
Merci.